From the day you're born, you need food, shelter, and clothing. Those needs are necessary to maintain life and are continuous demands in order to survive. Humans, especially Americans, have evolved into a system where they can thrive rather than just survive. This ability to thrive permeates all aspects of daily life. It becomes almost a necessary thing to do. With each of these survival bases mass amounts of creativity have been found. People create trends and styles in order to evolve their life, oftentimes through clothing. Because of this, cheaply made, trending clothing becomes popular, known as fast fashion. Fast fashion, however, is not the solution. It is socially and environmentally harmful. The clothes produced in fast fashion are not made to last. We all consume clothing and have a duty to take care of the earth. I'm a clothing consumer who has realized the harmful impact that fast fashion has. People should be more aware of the social implications and environmental damage that fast fashion brings. Today I will cover what exactly fast fashion is, how it negatively impacts the environment, its workers, and most importantly, you. So what is fast fashion? Audrey Stanton describes fast fashion as the term used to describe clothing designs that move quickly from the catwalk to stores to meet new trends. The collections are oftentimes based on designs presented at Fashion Week events. Fast fashion allows mainstream consumers to purchase trendy clothing at an affordable price. Fast fashion emerged in the early 1990s. Zara, a well-known fashion brand at the time, had the mission of having 15 days for a garment to go from the design phase to being in store, ready to purchase. The New York Times produced a commentary article on their endeavors and coined the term fast fashion. Nearly 30 years later, we see the major impact that is now causing. So, how much clothes do we actually waste? The World Resource Institute makes this easy to imagine. Every second, one garbage truck full of clothes is burned. Each day, the clothes wasted could fill 1.5 Empire State Buildings. And every year, the waste is enough to fill the Sydney Harbor. Fast fashion, with their products made cheaply, only hurts the situation more. This photo is one that you can imagine in a local fashion retail store, such as Forever 21. The clothes are cheaply made, designed with the latest trends. The speed of this fashion is fast-moving, so stores themselves can hardly keep up with the demand that it places. Instead of immediately purchasing from a store, it is important to research their usage of fast fashion. A solution to this could be purchasing from secondhand stores. These are all different examples of how secondhand stores are more beneficial to the environment. Thrift stores support the process of reducing, reusing, and recycling. Another option could be supporting brands that are not considered fast fashion. Typically, these brands come at a higher cost as the leisure of fast fashion is not used. However, these pieces are usually higher quality and are more sustainably sourced, have a longer life than those produced by fast fashion. Tatiana Schlossberg points out to us, more than 60% of fibers are now synthetics, derived from fossil fuels. So if and when our clothes end up going in a landfill, about 85% of textile waste in the United States goes to landfills or is incinerated. It will not decay. As fast fashion often reflects fads or the short-lasting trends, the clothes go out of style quickly, whereas from other sources, the clothing can be timeless. What kind of difference does not using fast fashion make? By reducing the usage of fast fashion, there will be several benefactors. The first, as already outlined, is the environment. The environment is facing a tremendous amount of strain from the fast fashion industry. Mass amounts of clothing are being made, and with that comes mass amount of pollution and waste. With a reduction of clothing being made in such a way, there's a reduction of pollution, resulting in a cleaner and a happier planet. Another benefactor that comes from reducing fast fashion is the producers of the articles of clothing. Many companies' goals are to keep their products cheap towards the consumer, and to do so they employ workers from other nations where they do not need to be paid as much as American workers. By reducing fast fashion, we are showing that the production methods that these companies are using are not supported, and they need to compensate their employees for better for their work, benefiting human rights across the globe. Finally, we as consumers are greatly benefited from not using fast fashion. When we deny fast fashion, we open the doors to more sustainable products and brands that prioritize limiting their footprint and making sure their employees are treated fairly. We are also benefited with more diverse sources of clothing that last and are not encumbered with heaps and heaps of more of clothes we can't wear anymore because they are not seen as being in anymore. This is a picture of the process of fast fashion, and you can see it's a very quick process. There are 4 steps involved. This is a picture of workers in the production of fast fashion. As the coronavirus first broke out, many of these workers were still required to work, being deemed essential workers. The same workers are now put in a situation where they do not have jobs because they are being laid off and have their jobs taken away from them. Much of the fast fashion industry is not environmentally friendly, as well as unethical. The inhumanity can be represented by these sweatshop-like companies forcing workers to work little or work a lot with little benefits and little pay. However, there are many benefits to avoiding fast fashion and its harmful consequences. People should be more aware of the social implications and environmental damage that fast fashion brings. Fast fashion is harmful to the environment, its workers, and even you. At the end of the day, we are all consumers of clothes in one way or another. It is our responsibility to do our part and be informed of what we support. By avoiding fast fashion, we can.